how's it going, everybody? Shinigami here to bring you back another DC video. Now, if you are caught up on all the DC Cinematic Universe shenanigans, right, you might be wondering, what does James Gunn actually have in the pipeline that is going to work? If you are following the news, then you would know that apparently Blue Beetle is the start of the new DC universe, but also it doesn't make sense when there was also a holdover from the previous monarchy, right? And then you also have him saying that, well, the new Superman is also going to start off the DC universe. None of it makes any sense, right? So let's jump off and let's get a breakdown for all you lovely folks. All right, so first and foremost, good morning, good night, and good morning, good evening, whatever. Here to bring you some more news about the DC universe. So James Gunn talking about what has been going on. So we recently have had the release of Blue Beetle, and soon to come the release of Aquaman 2. Now, unfortunately for that film, there has been a lot of not good news coming out of it. There's been people saying that screenings have had people walking out of it, and as far as we can tell, the audience rating is not going to be very high. And to be honest, it could be expected, especially with the fact that they did not erase Amber Heard from the film, which was highly protested and suggested by the audience to say, hey, get rid of this person because they were detrimental in reality, right? But they didn't do that. They didn't get rid of her, and so they diminished her to at least minus 10 minutes of screen time, which is still too many for a lot of people, and that is going to do the film a disservice, right? So this film is going to be coming out in December, and with all that being said, it can't be good that the DC universe is going to be having that as their last film until the new DC Cinematic Universe comes out in full with James Gunn's vision of Superman. Now, does anybody actually think that that's going to come out and be a 10 out of 10? I would have to say no, and especially with how many films they have coming out that are also going to be a Elseworld scenario, it doesn't pose well for DC to actually be announcing as many projects that they have in line. Well, what else can I say other than they're fucked, right? Because James Gunn shouldn't even announce they were going to be doing anything as early as they did, because that kind of put the whole track in motion of people not even wanting to watch what is going to be coming out from DC. That's why Shazam has done horribly. That's why Black Adam did horribly. That's why Blue Beetle has done horribly, right? All these films, time after time, have done shit, right, at the box office. And there is no excuse for that other than nobody cares to watch these films because we know that nothing's going to come of these films, right? Most of the time, if people want to watch a film, it's because there is a good story to be had in them, right? Or because it has some significance in a future event. But when you tell people that this film has no meaning in the future, then nobody's going to give a crap to even watch it, right? And Blue Beetle as an example, right? You literally have the fact that this person is just subjected to Mexican feelings, Mexican culture. Oh my god, I'm oppressed. Oh my god, I can't do anything. And then eventually you see him get his ass raped by a fucking Blue Beetle that gives him powers and doesn't even actually give him the ability to test out the powers. No, it just takes control of him fully. Oh my god, it is just ridiculous by how much these films handhold people into trying to understand what is going on, right? And so perfectly reasonable for people to be like, hey, I'm just tired of this shit, right? I don't want to give a fuck about the DC universe, right? Because at the fact that they're just holding my hand and trying to tell me a story that just is nuanced and doesn't make sense, is belligerently boring of all fucking consistency. No, I don't want to watch it, right? There's a reason why a lot of these films are failing in current Hollywood, because they don't give a fuck. They're not putting any goddamn passion or thought into these films, right? I was talking to a friend the other day about some fucking theories about what can happen in some fucking future Marvel films, right? But the thought that me and him were putting into these fucking ideas were more than any of these people fucking directing these films were ever putting into them, right? So ultimately, what do we have to go off of other than the fact that DC is just bankrupt on ideas and the fact that they should just wait a few fucking years before putting anything out? Now, the writer's strike definitely does help that does help in that situation, but I don't think they fully realize what they're doing, right? The whole writer's strike and AI, other bullshit that's going on, they don't know what the actual issue is, right? The people that are in charge are not creative, right? They're just fucking robots. Fucking stupid. Anyways, I guess that's just where I'm gonna leave it off for now. Let me know down in the comments below what you fucking think I should say or comment or think. Have a good morning, good evening, and good night. Shinigami signing out. Peace. Fuck the DC universe.